Welcome to the Thought Echo channel. I'm so glad you're joining me for story time today. Whether you're here to relax, learn, or just immerse yourself in a wonderful tale, you're in for a treat. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can join me for more stories and inspiration. Let's begin.
Today's story is called Pluto's Place in the Solar Family, a heartwarming tale about friendship, acceptance, and finding where you belong. This story will take you on a magical journey through space, where the planets learn the true meaning of kindness. So, sit back, relax, and let's soar through the stars together. Author, Manvi Kunnal. This story is the original work of Manvi Kunnal and is protected by copyright. All rights reserved.
Chapter 1. The Lonely Little Planet. Far, far away at the edge of the solar system, there lived a tiny planet named Pluto. She was small, cold, and very, very far from the sun, who was the center of attention for all the planets. Pluto always felt a little left out. The sun would shine so brightly on the other planets, giving them warmth and light. But to Pluto, the sun's warmth was barely a soft glow in the sky. One day, as all the planets gathered around for their usual orbit meeting, the sun noticed Pluto sitting quietly at the back. "Why are you even here, Pluto?" the sun said, glowing a little too fiercely. "You're so small and so far away. Do you even belong with us?" Pluto's heart sank. She looked down at her icy surface, feeling tiny and unimportant. But then, Earth, who had always been Pluto's best friend, spoke up. "Pluto may be small, but she's just as much a part of this family as the rest of us. She's always been here, and she's always welcomed." The other planets, like kind Jupiter and gentle Venus, nodded in agreement. "Yeah, sun, size doesn't make someone special," said Mars. "Pluto has her own charm, even if she's far away." Chapter 2. A Solar Family Divided. The sun huffed and puffed, shining so brightly that Mercury, the closest planet, had to hide in its shadow. But Pluto barely gets any sunlight. "What use is she if she can't even reflect my light like the rest of you?" Pluto's icy heart fluttered, and she felt a tear of space dust form. "Maybe I don't belong," she thought sadly. But Earth wouldn't let her friend feel alone. She rolled in close to Pluto, shining her blue and green colors to cheer her up. "Don't listen to the sun, Pluto. You're unique. You're brave, and we all love you just the way you are." Jupiter rumbled in agreement. "You know, Pluto, you might be small, but you have a whole heart. You've even got your own moons that love you. That's special." The other planets chimed in with kind words, and Pluto smiled a little. They reminded her that no matter what the sun said, she had a place in the solar family. Chapter 3. The planets teach the sun a lesson. The sun noticed the other planets gathering around Pluto, showing her kindness and support. It made him pause. Could he have been wrong? Later, as the sun looked at the planets orbiting around him, he noticed how different they all were. Mercury was quick and small, Jupiter was huge and slow, Earth was green and full of life, Venus was bright and loved basketball, and Mars had its own red, rocky charm. And yet, they all got along. The sun began to feel a bit guilty. "Maybe I've been too harsh on Pluto," he thought. "Just because she's small doesn't mean she's not important." That night, while all the planets were quiet, the sun decided to apologize. His warm glow softened, and he called out to Pluto gently. "Pluto," the sun said, I've been thinking. I shouldn't have been so mean to you. I'm sorry. You may be small, but I see now that you're just as much a part of our family as anyone else. Chapter 4. Pluto's place in the solar family. Pluto was surprised to hear the sun's apology. She slowly drifted closer, cautiously hopeful. You really mean that? She asked, her tiny voice echoing through space. The sun nodded, his rays warming the distant corners of the solar system. I do. I've learned from the other planets that being different isn't a bad thing. It makes you special. And even though you're far away, you're still one of us. Pluto's icy heart melted just a little, and she felt a warmth she hadn't felt before, not from the sun's light, but from his kindness. Earth, always Pluto's biggest supporter, smiled brightly. See, Pluto, we all belong, no matter our size, our distance, or our shape. We're a family. The other planets cheered. Venus twinkled, Mars sent a dusty swirl of thanks, and Saturn gave a little ring dance to celebrate the moment. Chapter 5. A shining new beginning. From that day forward, Pluto never felt out of place again. The sun, now kinder and wiser, shined on her with the same warmth he gave to all the planets, even if it was just a little. Pluto knew she was loved and accepted, not because of her size, but because of who she was. She still orbited far away, but she always felt close to her solar family. And whenever she felt that tiny flutter of doubt in her heart, Earth would remind her, "You'll always have a place here, Pluto. You're important just the way you are." And so, Pluto twinkled happily in her orbit, knowing that she belonged in the solar family, a family where being different was what made them all special. The end.
Thank you so much for joining me today and listening to the story. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed sharing it with you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a new story. If you liked today's tale, give it a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments below. I can't wait to see you next time for another magical adventure. Until then, take care and keep imagining.